What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to another banger. It has been some time since I've posted a YouTube video, but a lot has happened, and I think it's time for me to fill you guys in with what's been going on in my life. About 2 months ago-ish, I was talking to this girl, and, you know, we eventually got into a relationship. And when I was dating her for those, first 2-3 days, you know, I was super scared and I was super afraid. I honestly, and I freaked out and told her that we have to stop within 2 or 3 days. And my roommate and all my friends were like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? And I called her back and we got back together and it was a whole mess. And then again, the communication was off, the chemistry was off, everything was off. Because I wasn't ready. I was still afraid. It's been 2 years since I've been in a relationship. And my last one just hurt me so bad that I just completely closed myself off. And this girl that I've been talking to for some time now, we have a lot in common. She wants to spread positivity into the world. She likes doing the same things I like doing. And everybody's telling me, bro, what are you doing? Why are you making this so difficult? You guys are obviously meant to be together. Whatever, right? And I'm just afraid. I'm afraid of getting hurt again. I was so stuck in my mind that I couldn't see the bigger picture throughout all this that was happening in my life. And I worked it out with her and we're dating now and it's going really great. I've gotten over that fear that's been holding me back this whole time. And I'm just bro, holy shit, I was so afraid to get into a relationship with someone because of how hurt I've been in the past, that I was not willing to put in an effort or be a nice person to this genuine person who's trying to give me love and affection. You know what I'm saying? And the only thing that I can truly blame for that is myself being afraid of failure, myself being afraid of fear. I think I decided a little while back to stop spreading myself out so thin, right? You know, here I am posted on TikTok and YouTube and Twitch and Snapchat and streaming on Twitch and TikTok, blah, 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 whatever. I was just spreading myself out so thin that at some point, me, who I was, my identity, I didn't know who I was anymore. And I just lost focus on my purpose. You know, it became a chore for me. My whole life, content creation has been something that I love. It has been something that I enjoy my whole fucking life. I mean, ever since I was a little kid, I would make trick shot videos with my neighbor next door. And it would just be such a fun time. And the videos were hilarious and super cringy when I look back at it now. But it was what made me who I was. It was what made me who I am. And I think the biggest part of it, and so much has happened. So much has happened in the past 2 years of my life where I don't even know where to begin. I don't even know what's happening. But that's okay. Because sometimes in life you don't have to truly understand why people have entered your life or why people have left your life. The only real thing that you can do for yourself is make sure that you're focusing on your own life. I think the biggest thing that was a mindfuck for me that I really didn't think about or come face to face with, I just kept running away from, was my friend group. I had a really big friend group in high school and I became best friends with this one guy. And ever since all my friends have been entering and leaving my life over the years, this one guy and I have never ever left each other. And it wasn't until like last year when we met these guys that just had a different vibe that I didn't really, fuck with or just even, I don't even know, like, I just didn't get along with them as much as he did. And it kind of just turned into a situation where I felt like I was losing everybody that I cared about. But I'd been preparing for this. Like I understand that people come and go in your life. I understand that certain things happen for a reason, or everything happens for a reason in that matter of sense. And it was hard for me to look at him and look at the things I was doing and the whole dynamic of our friend group and reanalyze what I really want in my life. And I guess I just want to tell you guys that certain things happen for reasons that sometimes in the moment might not be fully explainable. These things will happen to you, but that's just a part of life, I have absolutely no hate to any of my old friends or past relationships, even the one that I got cheated on. I've developed a mindset to truly spread love and positivity because that's who I am. And I could still see the good in everything. And I think it's a really good trait to have, and you should really adapt it into your life. Because as lost as I was feeling, as unproductive or lazy or just even like confused on what I should be doing in my life and where I'm going, and all the pressures that come into my day to day, like, I know who I am. I know who I am. I know what I want to do, and I'm gonna keep grinding for it every single day. And of course, there's gonna be those days where it's off. It's gonna be shitty. Some days I'm not at my 100% potential. Some days I don't post that TikTok that I want to, or some days I don't read those comments that I want to, or meditate like I should and journal like I should. But I've started to become a lot more kind to myself. Instead of not doing something that I should do for myself and shit on myself for it and then not do it again the next day, I've started to develop like I don't know what the word is, but just like that little voice in my head. I've just started to change the output of what that critic says in my head, And I think all of you can learn something from this, as your thoughts create your reality, right? And of course, it's so easy to think negative about things, but when you look at the positive aspect of it, your life can change completely. And that's like and I could give you guys an example of that. It's like one of my ex-girlfriends like cheated on me, And even now to this day, I can still look at the positives of the relationship. I can still see the negatives of it. And of course, there's a lot more negatives in that type of situation to see than the positives. But why focus on the bad? Why focus on, oh, my ex cheated on me, so therefore I can't get into another relationship? Life is about trial and error. Life is about experiencing everything. Because life is never like this. It never ever just goes like this for the rest of your life. That is not how it works. It never works like that. If you look at frequencies in our lives, you see that the different types of frequencies in music or whatever is around us, it's always going up and down, up and down, up and down. If you look at a mountain, for example, when you get to the top of the mountain and you look down, there's ridges in the mountain. But the ridges don't just go to the side and then up, to the side and then up. The ridges go to the side and they go down and then they go up again and then they go to the side again and then they go up and then you keep climbing. And even then, when you get to that top of that mountain, you still want more. You always will want more. The difference between someone who gets to the top of that mountain, though, and someone else who's happy and gets to that mountain is this person is actually grateful to get to the top. They're actually grateful for that shitty part of the mountain where they had to go down for a little bit, stay there for a night or two, and then hike back up the morning. This person doesn't give a fuck about any of that shit. And that was one of the things that I learned very, very quickly when I started to take a break from like streaming and like YouTube even, and just like get my fucking head on straight. And like this girl that came into my life, you know, like there's gonna be downs in my life. There's going to be ups in my life. Instead of analyzing and thinking so much about my future, because that was the biggest thing. It was like, I don't know how this is gonna work. Like, you know, you and I go to different places, blah, 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 like, blah, 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 like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yes, look out for yourself 100%. But at the same time, I've just started to think more in the sense of letting things flow. That's really just it. Do what you want to do what you need to do, but let it flow. Let it flow as it is, right? When a fucking big ass boulder comes onto a lake and blocks a stream and blocks the stream from running, does that stream all of a sudden just stop all the way at the top? No, like the water keeps going, and either the boulder moves or it, like, you know, the water goes around the boulder or goes under or like whatever, right? But things just keep going in life. And if you spend all your time, and this is what I was doing, if you spend all your time looking at the past and looking at what you used to be and who you used to be and what you used to do and all these fun times and things, right? You will never appreciate who you are now. And you will never appreciate the amazing journey that's unfolding right in front of you. That is the gift of living in the moment and letting things flow. I spent a lot of time, like, even after the friend situation, just looking back at old memories and like what I used to do when I was in high school, when I graduated, like my whole friend group and everything. And now I look around me and I have my roommate and his brother and like a good group of friends, right? But it's not the same of what it like used to be. But that's okay. You know, that's okay. I shouldn't expect anything from anyone else to give me something that I used to have in the past. And I shouldn't force my way into having those type of experiences that I did in the past, you know? What I need to do is focus on making those experiences myself in the way that I choose to. And I don't know if that makes any sense, but for me, one of the biggest things that I keep seeing that's relevant is like, I used to act like a fucking child, right? And now I'm a 20-year-old man, turning 21 in June, where I'll be able to buy my own alcohol. I can buy fucking cigarettes. I can buy fucking drugs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the world just changes, and you change with it. You change with it. But I think the thing that's different, or the mindset that I think is different about it, is I'm not going to necessarily, like, you know, change with it in the sense like, I'm an adult now, I have to get a fucking job, blah 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 blah. Like, I just don't want to lose myself. That's like my biggest fear. I don't want to lose that kid version of myself. And like, that's like, it's like that's like the biggest thing. Is like, damn, I really just have been so laser focused on like trying to do this, trying to do that I'm just losing pieces of myself to turn into this fucking asshole that like is just alone all the time. And like, that's just not the way I want to live, you know? I want to make content. I want to be a full-time entertainer with people around me that are focused on making content. But we all know how we all know how to have like a great fucking time with each other. We all know how to be those kid versions of ourselves, but be mature when we know we need to be. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just what runs through my mind all fucking day long. And like, it's hard because one aspect of me wants to grind all day long and not talk to anybody and tell everybody to fuck off and only be focused on my family, school, gym, money, and social media. And that is what I've grouped together in these pillars that make me who I am. That's what's molding me and my future. So I keep that on the side right here. And then on the other side right here, I have the making memories aspect of it. I have the experiencing everything aspect of it. Because if I keep doing this side, I'm never experiencing or learning anything on this side at all. And if I do this side completely, then I'm just fucking up my future completely. I'm not doing anything, you know? It's finding that middle line, that balance between everything that makes you who you are. And that's like the biggest thing that I've been trying to work on. It's the biggest thing that confuses the fuck out of me, makes me super anxious, makes me super like just, man, like, why does this work the way it does? Like, I am in control of my life, but like, I could choose to do this, or I could choose to do this, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just it's a daily thing. It's a daily thing, and I'm not unhappy, and I am happy. Let me rephrase that. Sorry. I am happy. I am not unhappy. But I am a little worried about what I'm going to do and who I'm becoming, right? But that anxiety that I feel in my stomach when I think about it like that, it's just me overthinking. You know, it's me like undermining myself. And I found that out today. You know, I made a TikTok where I was taking pictures of everything in my room and explaining where they came from, what I got it from, my room explained, right? And I quickly realized that I'm so fucking grateful for all this shit. Like, I'm so grateful for everything that I have. And this feeling of gratefulness that I had, it aligned me back to what I have, who I am becoming, what the fuck am I doing in my life, and to not think so critical of myself and the people around me. And it kind of just like matched everything. Like it kind of just like, you know, like when like this, where everything just kind of like sunk into each other and it made sense to me. And then I was like, oh shit, why don't I make a fucking video on this and explain it to people? Because I'm not fucking perfect, right? I understand the tools that you need to become, i.e. the best version of yourself, or a happier version of yourself, or just align yourself with whatever you want. And that's what I teach you guys. But I also just wanted to show you the struggle too. The struggle of like this overthinking, or like your life trajectory and how life takes different routes and stuff and how you deal with it. And that's how I dealt with it, you know? It's almost like retracing your steps to something that you lost, right? You lost your fucking keys. Oh, was it on the kitchen counter? No. Was it in the living room? No. Oh, it's in my fucking car. You know, like, what the fuck? Right? And then you could go forward and you remember, like, okay, don't put it in that thing. You know, put it in my pocket next time or something or whatever. You just have like you never do the same thing again. You never lose something the same fucking way. You can, it's possible, but you never like, you choose to not do that really. And for me, it's like, I feel like I'm like, my anxiety is like, I feel like I'm losing myself. I feel like I'm not focused on my purpose or whatever. And then also I'll retrace my steps, you know? I'll look around me, or I'll just look at myself in the mirror and I'll analyze and I'll look at myself and I'll be like, you know what? These are the things that make me who I am. This is the person that I want to become. That person's already within me, and I'm pushing to a better me every single day. I'm pushing to a better me. I'm pushing to strive to help people. I'm pushing to make content because that's what I love to do, and that's who I am. And after I did that, I felt so much more clear in my head. And it just made sense. But yeah, I don't know if that storyline or, thought process really made any sense to you. But honestly, I'm not even going to edit any of this out. Like, I'm just going to keep it as it is. Because this is the true raw format that you guys can see it as. Like working out your problems just by talking it out to yourself. Or just like understanding it through a different perspective. Or like looking at it in a certain way that helps you push forward and like mold your mindset. That's basically it. It's like a fucking training exercise, low key. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. I feel good. I feel great just talking it out. I feel good, showing you guys this as well. And I hope anything that sticks out to you guys, you make clips of and share. Because my true purpose and goal is to simply spread positivity and love. And that's who I've become. And I'm happy with this path that I've chosen. And I can't wait to see where it goes. And these are the things that I've aligned myself with, again, to focus on what makes me happy. And focus on what I want to do for others and how I want to help the world. But yeah. Let me know what you guys think. If you did watch the whole video, I appreciate it. But yeah, I mean, things are looking good. I got my monetization back on my Instagram Reels. I was banned for a little bit. I got a fucking girlfriend that's lit. She's awesome. She's great. Grades are looking good, except one class is kind of poopy, but what else? I don't know. I did wake up this morning feeling a little bit sick. But I don't care. I'm happy. I'm living it up. I hope this video helped anyone with any type of overthinking that they might be feeling. Because you always figure it out. You're always going to figure it out in the end. And some things you might not. Some things you might just not ever figure it out. And you kind of just have to let it go. But always look in a positive mindset. Always look at it like that and things just make sense. But I think that's the end of this video. Can't wait to post my next video. I can't wait. I wonder what it's going to be. I don't know yet what I'm going to do yet, but I'm going to make it good. And I'm working on my merch drop. I totally forgot about that. Sorry. I'm working on my merch drop, which should be releasing in the summertime. So stay tuned for that. And I also have started my one-on-one coaching calls again. I will put the link down below. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I just want to say thank you all for watching. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to hit that like button. Leave a comment down below. And I will see you all in the next one. Adios. Peace out.